Hello and welcome to yet another dimension. I am Jeremy and this is
Lucid Espresso.
And we just watched episode 1 of Trigun
Stampede.
Wow. I never thought I'd see another Trigun anime.
Brings back memories, you know?
A lot of memories. Adult Swim back in the day. It's one of my favorites. With that, Cowboy Bebop, Inuyasha.
Yu Yu Hakusho for me.
I only watched a little
But
bit.
you know what was overshadowed by all those great shows?
What?
Outlaw Star.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, everyone forgot about Outlaw Star.
Yeah.
Outlaw Star was a really good show.
It could have, and it was like, well, let's not get too deep into it, but I agree. Yeah. That's been overlooked.
Yeah, very overlooked. Underrated, but really good. But see, the thing is, it was just like, when you watch Outlaw Star and you watch Cowboy Bebop, they're like very similar, but one's more story driven. Where like Cowboy Bebop seems like it's story driven, but every beat of an episode was some different plot, different story.
Yeah, every episode was different plot.
Yeah, where to this one was like Outlaw Star was like a story itself, like
Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, and also Trigun, the original animated Trigun, all came out in '98.
I always called it the space era because those are all like
space western.
The space western animes,
and I love it. I love it with all my heart. I love it. I love sci-fi.
You know, what was another space anime
and I love westerns.
That never got that everyone also forgot about?
What?
Tokyo Muyo.
Tokyo Muyo.
Tenchi Muyo.
Oh, Tenchi Muyo. Yeah.
Tenchi Muyo and Tokyo.
Yeah, that came out actually a little bit before. Too.
A little bit before, but there were like so many of them. It was like Tenchi Muyo, GX, stuff like that. It was like so many of them, but
so like Toonami, was showing Dragon Ball Z as well, but like then Adult Swim was showing like the more mature, I guess, anime. But so that too got me huge into anime.
Hey, rest in peace to Cartoon Network though.
Actually died.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Damn.
It's gone. No more.
Well, Trigun is not gone, and we have a new anime by Studio Orange. But Studio Orange, they are a 3D CG company. The most popular one they did was Beastars.
Oh, damn, you are so right.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, you can tell by the animation style.
Now you say that, I see it. Beastars is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I know. It's a good show. Yeah. It's a good show.
You start to feel weird about watching it, but it's actually really good.
But anime is a weird beast. No pun included. I mean, intended. But let's talk about Trigun.
That was included for sure.
Yeah, and definitely included a lot of beasts. But this is the same Studio Orange, and like I was saying before, I love Trigun. Vash the Stampede, the humanoid typhoon. He's one of my favorite anime characters in terms of his character, his fucking design. Yes.
His characteristic and like his vibe as a character.
Yes,
is very enjoyable.
So, and I love the world where like it's like a space western, where like the planet's dying and like it feels like a western just in space, and I love them both. But we get to today, 2023 now. And I am not the biggest fan of CG 3D, but I gotta say, this is probably one of the best I've seen so far.
Better than Beastars.
I mean, in terms of like
this year.
Happy
New Year's, by the way.
Happy New Year. I'm just saying this is one of the best. I'm not saying this is the best, but I will never appreciate 3D over 2D.
Yeah.
As much, but I gotta say, I enjoy it, but I still have problems with it.
It was definitely a vibe.
Yes.
It was a good vibe to watch, and it was just like... I like about CG, right?
Okay, go ahead.
And mind you, there's a lot of these things that it just look awkward on TV, and you're just like, oh, they look so bulky. They kind of look like, it feels animatronic, right? In sense.
It kind of like they move kind of weird, It's like
but if you pay attention to it, there's a lot of things they can do that's normally hard to do as 2D animation.
Yes,
and that is like the camera drag. So like when they're like running really fast, and you want that camera to follow, right? For example, when Meryl's running, right? And it has that low pan, and she's just just dodging through the crowds, and you got that camera following, like in the front. So it gives that nice pull, right? It's hard to do that. It takes too much time to animate that
in 2D.
In 2D, where you can just computerize it. Say this camera should just follow this. You set a point, a focal point, or like a null, right, and just have that follow. So where that camera, like, have that your subject moving, and the camera's just gonna stay on it. It's a lot less work.
Good.
Yeah, but
really
then
good.
it gives you that nice motion blur, depth of field look, and it make it seem like they're moving fast.
Yeah,
and it put urgency into it.
Yeah, because like it's not even that like the animation is bad in terms of 3D.
No, not at all.
It's just the look of it, because in terms of like the old school art, I like the dark shadows. It's just the look that I appreciate.
Yes. The
stylization
stylization from the original, you don't get that in this because it's CG, right? So you lose it those rough lines from the original.
I'm saying I just love it, man. It's hard for me to be like, that is better than that, but I know you can't just live in the 90s. You can't live in the old age. You gotta progress.
You gotta evolve.
I just hope. My concern is I just don't want this to take over traditional animation. I know it won't probably happen.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so I just don't want this to be the only thing.
Yeah, it'd be very weird to start a series like, for example, like Demon Slayer. Right? You start the series off with 2Ds with a little bit of CG animation. If you go back and watch the first season of Demon Slayer, there were some CG moments where Tanjiro was in the forest doing the training, and the Bamboo came down on him and he had to block it. That was all CG.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, the rest of the show is in 2D. You don't want to start the show off in like all 2D animation and out of nowhere, like, oh, it's all CG now, like mid-season. That's very weird to do.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think I just prefer like something with like Chainsaw Man, where it's like a mix.
Yeah.
So I'd still prefer that, but I see that I looked this up, and for the Trigun Stampede, they said they took 5 years to like make this. So they put work into this, and I can tell through the facial expressions, the like you saying the action.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is good. I appreciate it. So I'm not gonna. I was gonna write it off as like, oh, just another shitty 3D like Berserk 2016. I don't care what you say. I tried to watch it. I just couldn't. It was
too CG.
Yeah, it didn't look good at all. But go ahead.
But again, like, I do like the new designs on the characters. I know everyone.
I don't like Vash. I'm sorry,
I know. Everyone prefers.
I like
Vash.
Meryl though. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Meryl's new design looks way better than Hold one.
I just can't do it. I gotta get used to it, but I still really like it though.
Yeah.
I do. I agreed. I really like that one though.
Yeah. As for Vash,
look, man, he, like I said earlier, he looks like an F boy, like a 2023 hipster F boy.
Oh, are you like wearing the glasses and you're saying this right now? Like,
I'm not saying I'm not an F boy, but I mean, he's not. That's not his look. I'm just saying it's one of the best designs to me.
Yeah,
and it's like you can't improve on perfection to me. Okay, that's just me.
But hey, you never know if maybe later in the series they change his whole look back to the old style.
If it does that, then this complaint.
But again, let me just say one thing: it might have been difficult to recreate that outfit, right?
It probably was.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It might have been difficult to do that in CG, and they're like, "Yeah, we have to give him a whole new look."
I'm not saying it's bad, but the other one I just prefer. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. A lot of people prefer it.
Mm-hmm.
Like his glasses and everything was a lot. Shut up. His glasses and everything was a lot better in the old series. Don't get me wrong.
Hair
and style, the hair and everything.
Okay.
I don't know. I kind of like his new hairstyle. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of growing on me. It looks sick.
Hopefully this grows on me. Look, I don't want to not like stuff. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not mad at you for that. Yeah.
I want to love everything. And
you just gotta give it a shot and see where it goes from there.
Yes. So there's certain changes. Well, like it begins with the episode with him and his brother, and like they're on a space colony, and it's like blowing up.
Yeah.
And there's a girl Rem, so like probably like the caretaker, and like it blows up. Like the original one didn't start that way. You didn't like know about that till later on. But it seems like they're really focusing on his origins in this series.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like that.
I think it's the best way to do it because like you start watching the show and it starts off with him just already in trouble. Mm-hmm. Right. He meets Meryl and the other female companion.
That's another thing.
I don't think she's in.
See, that hurts me because I love her. I love Millie.
Yeah, I don't think Millie's in this.
No, because she's not on the poster.
No.
And like she got with what's his face?
D. Wolfwood.
Yeah, I ain't wanna.
I think we know D. Wolfwood's in this for sure.
Yeah.
He was shown in the trailer.
But I love her, man. She's such a sweetheart. Like she's like a giant sweetheart.
Yeah, too.
Man, yeah. I'm saying this. If you haven't seen the original, watch the original. It's
the original's really good.
The animation is pretty limited, but it's still a great story. Like you're saying, like with Millie and
Wolfwood.
Wolfwood. I'm about to say Wolfgang.
Wolfgang.
Yeah. And also, I was gonna ignore the Halloween, but I couldn't.
You couldn't.
I tried.
You're like, damn, that's actually pretty dope. Yo,
what was I want to say?
No, I want to go.
Fuck. What was I want to say? Okay, so with Millie, and I've also liked Millie's and Meryl's dynamic, where like Meryl is more like hard headed, like stronger willed, and Millie's more like relaxed and like sweetheart. So it was a good balance. Like with this new character, his name is Roberto De Niro. So his name's literally Robert De Niro. Yeah. That like
I do like that though.
That is hilarious. I looked it up. I was like, what?
Big fans. Yeah. Big fans. Robert De Niro, big fan.
He's like the more like jaded, drunk.
Veteran. But he knows
news
a lot.
Reporters
yeah, and he's been around, so he understands the world, and like he's calling.
Understandably so, why he's like that.
Yeah, and
this world is terrible,
bro.
But
I just love his character. I know. We love Meryl.
What, Millie?
Or Millie? Yeah. I love Meryl. Millie, but I do like him a lot better.
You like him better? Oh, yeah. I can't do it.
Because look,
I can't do it.
It's only because they made Meryl seems like a newbie to this world, right? Like, and he's trying to tell her, he's trying to tell her, like, this world is a dog-eat-dog world, right? And as they're saying that, you see as this giant creature eats a bunch of these flying little creatures. But he's trying to explain to her, it's like, in this world, people will do what they need to do to get what they need to survive. And regardless of you trying to be a reporter, they'll use that against you. In a sense, he's telling her to be careful. Don't trust everyone you meet. And I thought that was really awesome. And
it's fine, but I don't know. You just don't get that dynamic between like those. They seem so interesting, like fresh to me. Yeah. Going back,
I think that's why
I've seen so many like young girl like student and like the master, like the jaded master. You see that a lot. That's why I'm like I've seen it before, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I want him and Millie.
I know.
I can't.
But I feel like maybe Millie might get introduced.
I hope so.
Maybe she's already there, but she's there as D. Wolfwood's wife.
That'd be sweet.
Like, it's already been done. Like it's just like a cameo of her.
I don't think he's gonna be the wife, but she might be introduced. He's just not. He's not that type of guy.
I don't know. Maybe Robert De Niro might die, and then that's her new partner.
That could be. Yeah. Because this is different from the anime, because like they were introduced as like insurance people, and like they're introduced to Vash together, so it's definitely different from the original.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean this was originally a manga first, and then like a couple years later the anime came out. Yeah. So I mean,
let's just be real. Different. Everything that came out back then weren't really following the manga.
No, they just did their own thing.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Let's look at, for example, Fullmetal Alchemist.
Mm-hmm. The original. Yeah.
Didn't follow the manga. Really it kind of like deviated from it at some point. It was just like, I don't even know what's going on anymore. And then they're like, oh, we'll bring it back.
Yeah, and then that's like the preferred.
Yeah.
Preferred
and then we get Brotherhood, which followed the manga. So I feel like this is might be following the manga. Now, mind you, I did not read Trigun's manga.
Me neither. I've only read a little bit of it. But I don't know if this is following it. I gotta do some more research. If you know if it's following the manga, comment down below, please.
I mean, I did have the first volume. I think it was the one where he's like holding the gun up. Mm-hmm. It was just like his face. Yeah. I thought that was really cool. I think I bought it for that one reason. I don't even have the manga no more.
Yeah, so overall, I think this episode was good. I was pleasantly surprised.
I was happy with it.
Yes, I was happy with it. Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a review series because I didn't want to shit on it the whole entire time. It was like, I can't stand it. But I could see the work. the characters, I still like the characters a lot.
5 years in the making.
Yeah, like I said, 5 years in the making. I can see in the facial expressions. I think Meryl was really great with her.
I do like her
acting, her outfit, her character. It's still true to characters. Vash is still true to his character.
Yes.
We introduced to a new character, Roberto, he's cool.
Robert De Niro.
I might as well just call him Robert De Niro.
Yeah, Robert De Niro.
Bobby De Niro. And the world, I mean, it's still cool. The deserted world, and like it's dying, and like they introduced the plant where like it creates like everything that humanity needs out of like I don't know, it's just like it looks like some magic shit, okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't really it's just like it's like old technology that they use, and like in this episode, like the one that's in their city, Vash's city, that he is welcomed in, is dying.
Yeah, that he protected.
Yeah, so it's dying. So and like the police come and try to like get his bounty. So we didn't talk about that. He has a bounty on his head. It's like $6 million double dollars. So like he's the humanoid typhoon, but he's still like a lovable guy.
And they want him alive. Yeah, he's not dead, alive.
Yeah, want him alive, and so that's the thing where like everybody's going after him during the anime, and the military police is after him. And then the scene where he like do the duel between him, Vash, and the military guy, I thought that was a really good scene.
It was
sweet.
I thought that was a really cool way to show what they're capable of doing with their animation.
Like you were talking about, yeah.
Yeah, like there's so much like good camera pull and just a lot of sense of urgency with the way they were using the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, like with the CGI, they did a great job with the characters' expression. It didn't felt dry or kind of flat. Like, yes, the colors of the show feels flat because you can't get those rough shadings and lines that you want. Mm-hmm. But overall, I still think it was really great.
I agree. I wouldn't lie to you. This is one of my favorite shows, my favorite IPs, whatever you want to call it. And I really enjoyed the episode. And I look forward to the next one. Hopefully it continues to be good.
I'm sure it will. Sure it will.
I mean, yeah, they put 5 years into it.
5 years.
Yeah, and Beastars is good. I think this is
Beastars was really good.
So I think like Studio Orange, they're like working on it too. So I'm looking forward to it. I thought this was a good episode, good start. I was pleasantly surprised. So I give it a thumbs up.
What was the name of this episode, by the way?
They don't have a name. They don't have a name for it. Yeah. So episode 1 of Trigun Stampede. I'd give it a watch, definitely. If you're a fan of the old show, or you're just a fan of like just anime in general, I think you should try it out.
We're trying to keep this very short because obviously we have another review coming up soon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nier Automata.
Woo! One of my favorite games. Yeah. But what's your rating for this episode, by the way?
I'll give it an 8. It's a good start. I have to get used to the look of the show. I gotta admit to that. I don't know if I can get used to it, but I like it so far. I'll give it an 8. That was a good episode.
I will give it the same rating.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, they talk about like his brother.
Oh, yeah.
Like they at the end, like they show his brother.
Screw that guy.
That guy's crazy, man. His name is Millions Knives. Like this dude's insane, and like that's his twin brother, and obviously he's the main villain. So they're going to go after him, which it's funny that they didn't really introduce him until much later in the anime.
Yeah, so, like way later, towards the end.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you had a brother, bro? What the freak?
Yeah, so like,
I
actually do like that too.
And like every bad guy that Vash came across in the first anime, they were sent by him.
Yeah, they were working for him.
Yeah, you're just like... You just thought they were just after his bounty, but...
I do, so... Well, I mean, we'll talk about more like throughout the series, but like they really it's a slow burn in the first anime, like the original anime. But I think it was worth a watch definitely if you're a fan of Trigun. 8 out of 10 for me this episode. So let us know what you thought of Trigun Stampede episode 1 in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next dimension.